Y'all, we're having church today. My name is Kimberly Shappley, and I am the mother of a transgender child. Our nation is filled with people hurting from these attacks by the radical religious politicians. The Bible repeatedly warns us about the Pharisees abusing their power, and here we are. The Pharisees consistently used Scripture as a means to control the behavior of those under the law and justify their horrible treatment of others. Rather than argue the Scripture, Jesus consistently challenges us to view situations through the lens of love. Through the lens of love, you would see men and women who were knit together in their mother's womb, created in the image of God, and they're being attacked by the religious politicians for the way the Lord designed them. Through the lens of love, you would see the pain of those abandoned by family and friends, the devastation felt by many of us attacked with Scripture that was used to intentionally harm us. Through the lens of love, you would see the fear in the eyes of mothers like me, fighting for our transgender children against what feels like the whole world in times such as these. Our politicians currently are trying to force my little girl to use a men's restroom. Whose women and children are they trying to protect, really? There's an entire community of people who are hurting, and we are in desperate need of those who will stand in the gap and love us through the storm as these Pharisees rage on. The horrible example of Christianity being delivered by the radical extremists is turning people away from the church, and they are pushing them away from Jesus. Christians, your silence can be deafening to those being oppressed. We need you. Desperately, we need people who will love us. For the harvest is plentiful, yet the laborers are few, and we need you. We need each other. Just as Dr. King said, in the end we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. If you do not understand what it means to be transgender, nor do you know the needs of the LGBTQ community, but you do understand the example of Jesus, and you understand that we were only told to love, you can reach out to Texas Impact. They will point you in the direction of the resources that you need and the people who need you. If you have not already done so, please visit texasimpact.org. Sign the Texas Impact letter that we have all signed, and I believe we have about 2,000 others that have signed with us. That letter just states that you are a person of faith, that you do not support this legislation, and that you will view this community through the lens of love.